Hey guys, I'm Ed Moses here, and I'm talking to college students here, or college graduates, because I've been doing some research and I realize that there is a major problem right now in the job market. It's a huge problem, and I think that if you're watching this video, you have probably experienced it, or are experiencing it, or are getting ready to experience it. And that's pretty much what I've made this for, because I realize that right now the economy is getting worse. You know, I mean, we're in a recession. Things are getting harder to attain, particularly in the job area. And I've done some research. I've put some stuff together that I wanted to show you guys, and kind of get your mind around this. I want you to think about where you're going, and whether the direction you're going is actually the right direction to be going into. And unfortunately for you at this time, the economy is not very good. And we don't know, or we can't speculate for sure when or if it will ever even turn around to become a more profitable economy for everyone to live in. Now, as you know, as a graduate, whatever it is that you graduated in, there are varying areas of education where you can still find jobs more easily than other areas of education. And unfortunately, the jobs that are open are there's less of them, and more students trying to get to these jobs. And what's happened is made it more competitive. Well, some people out of college are getting jobs. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some that are getting jobs. But unfortunately, statistics that were taken by NACE, and let me show you what I'm talking about right here. Okay, hopefully you're going to be able to see this. But according to NACE, which is the National Association of College and Employers, they said as of 2013, if you graduated in 2013, there's a 2.3% hiring decline than what happened in 2012. I don't know what that means to you personally, but it tells me that sucks. That is not a good situation. And here's something else to consider, and this is for graduates of 2013. These same graduates will make less money over the next 10 to 15 years than their predecessors. That's a scary thought. And if you look at the big picture, if this is 2013, what's that going to do for graduates of 2014, 2015, or even graduates of 2012, 2011 that are still looking for work? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the picture is very, very ugly, if you ask me. This is not a good situation to be in. And, I mean, where does that lead you? Where does that leave you? It's not good. So anyway, some more statistics that I've gone through. If you can, I'm hoping you can see this. The Department of Education has looked at a lot of the federal student loans. Now, if you've taken a federal student loan or are looking to take a federal student loan, I want you to be aware of these issues here. And the Department of Education says that 6.8 million federal student loans are in default right now. They're in default. That means that 6.8 student loans are being paid right now. And of those 6.8 million student loans, $85 billion is the total of the default at this point. What's that say? Well, that's not a good thing. Let me explain why that's not a good thing. The reason that's not good, that there's $85 billion in total default, what that says, now this is federal loans, don't get me wrong, it's not like banks or things like that, but it's a federal loan. Here's what's scary about that. if that much money is in default, this country is already in default with a lot of other money in other areas of our own economic situation. But this particular story, what this tells me is, if with this kind of a trend, what the federal, in order to get a federal loan, it might create new stipulations that are not going to allow certain people to get loans, and that could be based upon the area of study that you wish to go into career-wise after college. There's going to be certain careers that because of the competitiveness of that particular area of your study, there's a good chance that down the road they're going to say, no, we aren't going to offer a loan for that particular field. That's kind of scary. There's probably certain fields that maybe this doesn't fall into. I didn't really look into that, but as the big picture, looking at the big picture here, this is pretty ugly. This is grim. Thinking that kind of money, that much money is on default. So anyway, what this leads me to is this. Now, I'm a study of a lot of entrepreneurs, and one of them that really is intriguing to me is Robert Kiyosaki. If you don't know Robert Kiyosaki, he runs Rich Dad Poor Dad. He wrote a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he's got a whole array of other books that goes along with that particular subject. And the man he's brilliant. But what I'm leading to is this. Robert Kiyosaki says that future entrepreneurs, they're investors and they own businesses, of course. And that's really where the future lies. That is really where the future lies. People looking for these jobs. The job market's it's depreciating. It's gone. So the question is, with this type of a situation, 99% of people have a job or want a job. They're not entrepreneurs. 1% are investors and entrepreneurs. And of these 1%, these are the top money earners of the country. So you have to ask yourself, if you've got 99% of all these people doing the same thing and it's not working, at some point somebody's got to say, I've got to do something else. I've got to pull the plug on this and do something else, because if this isn't working for these people, how can I expect it to work for me? A lot of, and this leads down another path. A lot of entrepreneurs are college dropouts. So a lot of the rich people of the world aren't even college graduates. This doesn't make them stupid. It doesn't make them smarter than anyone else. But what it does say, it doesn't take a college degree to become a millionaire or a billionaire. You've got people like Bill Gates of Microsoft, college dropout. Michael Dell of Dell Computers, college dropout. Think about it. These people become millionaires, billionaires, and people out of college are working for these people. That's kind of interesting thought. So if you went to college and you've got this degree, or you want to go to college and get a degree, think about it. You've got the intelligence. So why not become the 1% of people that are making all the money? Why not? If you're smart enough to get through college, you're smart enough to figure out what these 1%ers are doing. And I don't want to point the finger and say, all the schools have lied to you, the colleges have lied to you, and all these people that have influenced you over the years have lied to you. But what I would like to tell you is this. The times have changed. This going to college and finding a job is becoming more of a myth than it ever was. As the future progresses, we're in the information age now. The future is the internet. The future is becoming a business, an entrepreneur. If you want to be sustainable in the future and not be the person looking for a job every 2 years, every few months, you've got to create the mindset. You've got to create a business for yourself that is going to give you a skill set that nobody can take away from you. If you have the skill sets of an entrepreneur, if you lose your company, guess what? You know how to make it again. You can create another company. So why waste your time doing what the other 99% of people are doing in this country? They're spinning their wheels. You know, I'm not going to lie to you, being the 1% is not easy. It takes a lot of work. But it takes a lot of work trying to find a job too these days. It takes a lot of work going to college. So what's the difference between working your ass off to get a job somewhere or working your ass off to get into an entrepreneurial field where you control your future? Anyway, just some food for thought. My name is Ed Moses, and I enjoyed making this video for you, and I really hope I've given you something to think about. And if you are looking to create a business of your own, if you are looking to create wealth in your life and not be a statistic that's looking for a job or unemployed after college, then what I would suggest is right under this video there's a website. Go to that website and put your name in there and your email address, and look at the material that's available here and make a choice for yourself not to be a statistic, and do something for yourself so that you control your future. Thanks again for watching this video, and I really hope I've opened your eyes and that you follow the road to success. Thanks again, and have a great day. Bye now.